requiring us to sound similar. But for the most part, I don't try to sound like them unless the director goes, hey, let's listen to it in Japanese and try to get as close to that as you can. Now, with Full Metal, we had to get that cast approved by the Japanese.
And with One Piece.
And with One Piece, yeah, I played Miss Merry Christmas on One Piece. What a whip that is. Crazy character. Nuts. Every line is like a paragraph long, and it's just blah, 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 blah. Crazy. But that would be my answer. Like I said, I'm not in there every day. I do a lot of smaller parts, and so for the most part, I'm hearing it first for timing purposes. They're playing it for me. I'm getting to watch it and hear it at the same time, and then putting my own twist on it. So to speak. Yeah.
Yeah, we watch the Japanese all the time before we record, and we a lot of times we also, the director needs to watch it also because it's been a long time since they've seen these episodes in flow. Like when I watch, like I'm watching these 13 tonight, but I won't watch them again until we're
13
recording
tonight.
So it's like I gotta, yeah, and at the same time, so this is
They're
what
22 minutes each. Oh my gosh. I'll text you from the bar. I'm down the street. Hope you're having fun.
Nice one.
You're welcome.
So so what I'm doing is like I'm sitting on my computer and I'm watching the videos on my phone here, and I'm watching them on the phone, and I'm thinking of who's going to play that role. I'm watching it, and I'm okay. Who's going to do this Wallace session?
Hey, I know how you cut a lot of this down tonight.
Oh.
Just throw in my name about every other line. Some Wallace sessions. Yeah.
Okay, will you be down with that?
I'm down.
Okay.
I'm rolling.
All right.
Ask me. No, I'm just kidding. He's like, yeah. We just said you could only play your one character in the
Well, we mix you in with.
I would like to do a Wallace.
Okay. All right. We'll mix you in there. Done deal.
Does anyone know what a Wallace? Does anyone know what that is?
Wallace session is like whenever characters go through the towns, or when they're in a crowd, all those crowd people, all the townspeople. What happens is we call in four, like we would call in Wendy and a couple other people, and we get like 4 passes.
And it's usually ranges like from high ranges to low ranges, or different voice ranges. So everybody that's in this group has a very
and it's people just talking. It's people creating that crowd setting. So
Wallace is with all actors.
Yeah.
It's more than one actor in the booth creating a bunch of back. It's so much gibberish. It's so fun to do.
Sometimes
There's no lines. You just get in there and make up stuff.
Sometimes you have to
Fun.
guide people though. Sometimes you have to be like, okay, Wendy, you're not selling security alarms. You're in 17th century. You're selling apples. So like you have to be like, you're selling apples. You're selling bear skins. You're selling it. So nobody mentioned beef jerky. Nobody mentioned Ripley's. That's not invented yet. So we have to tell them that kind of stuff. But the only other kind of issues that you run into is like sometimes there's like one dude that is so much louder than everybody else, and we have to get him to quiet down. With
I stand in the back of the booth and let the other people stand in front.
You're
kind of go over things.
That's good though.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
I like Wallace. It's fun. And you get to try a bunch of different things when you do a Wallace session. Because they also, sometimes when you're in a Wallace session, they'll do like a bunch of little bit parts, like he was just talking about Soul Dre and blah, 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 blah. So that's kind of fun to do those.
Yes, ma'am. Was it weird to play the part of a boy that likes another boy? Well, I enjoy. Hello.
You're late. Give me $1 a piece.
Here she comes. Was it weird to play a boy that likes another boy? No, that wasn't weird because I like to think that a lot of my friends are boys, and we get along great, and it just is a different kind of like for them.
Oh my God.
No, it was fine, you know, because Greg and I.
Is it Greg?
It was Greg. It was the other one. We never had to do any physical, actual things together. There was one mention that we might, and then I was like, well, where's my step double? But it was fine. It was fine. It was all good. Yes, ma'am.
How much fun was it to play Atsuki and Shuffle?
Oh, that was a lot of fun because I hadn't been able to do that voice yet. And so I'm always excited to do different voices that I'm not able to do. Like I got excited for that. I got excited for Ghost Hunt, being able to do that voice and such. And Romeo and Juliet, I'm excited about. even though I'm in there for like blink and you're gonna miss me. But
Who are you playing?
Voice you do, Romeo and Juliet?
Abram,
Oh, I like that one too.
Yeah.
I heard you on that.
and that voice,
Michael
but
Tatum did Romeo and Juliet.
Tatum,
I like Tatum.
like me some Tatum
I like
too.
me some Tatum too.
But but no, it was a lot of fun. It was great fun, and also it was fun because that was my second directing thing, so I was still like I got attached to that.
Yeah, I
show.
saw the first 2 episodes on YouTube, and like, there's this one that says like, "Come into my bosom," and I couldn't
Oh,
stop
yeah.
laughing.
Yeah, I like to say that to women a lot. It never works, but yeah. There you go. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's what I've heard, but is it true that you are going to be doing the voice of Alan Walker for the Green Man?
Oh yes. Oh yeah. A lot of fun. And let me just say.
He directs the show.
Oh yeah, all the episodes.
That's what he's working
For
on
better
tonight.
or for worse. But one thing I will say is I tried to push for a British accent for Alan.
Wolf.
There it is. I tried to push for a British accent, but it didn't get approved because it made Alan seem less likable than without the accent. But we are fully aware. I know the forums are already saying like Alan has to have a British accent. It has to be this. We're aware that it takes place there. We're aware that they go to France and Germany and all these places. But I'm sorry, there's a lot of reasons for not doing accents, because if I did an accent, then Colleen would have to do an accent. Liebrecht, Lavi, we'd have to have all these different accents coming from all over the place. So
So nobody does it?
nobody does an accent because, number one, me as a director, I can't gauge. If somebody comes in and they're not so hot at the accent, but they're that character, then we have to, I don't know how many weeks it would take to coach them on it. It just really slow down production. We can't really, we're always so tight on production, we can't really stop to do that. But that's why. Yes.
What's your favorite vegetable?
My least favorite vegetable is kale. My favorite vegetable is probably going to have to come from the squash or zucchini land. I dig on both of those. I look at them like brother and sister, really. So together. What's your favorite vegetable?
I'm a big fan of spinach. Big fan of spinach. Love it. I am not a fan of the cooked carrot. I am a fan of the raw carrot.
I
You
hate
got all
mushy
carrot.
That cracker barrel.
Mushy vegetables in general. It's a lot.
Oh, it's awesome.
Really, cracker barrel
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker barrel carrot. Say that again.
Cracker barrel carrot.
That's hard to say. Well, that's a strange question. I've never been asked that. I like all the ones I think people hate. I like spinach. I like Brussels sprouts. I like all that stuff.
Well, there's a little bit of a story behind it, because this is my friend here, Heather.
Hi, Heather.
And yes, and in 7th grade, we walked up to each other, and I said, "I'm going to call you Bean." And the next day, she's like, "Well, then your name is Potato," and we are now Bean and Potato.
Beet.
Beet.
Bean. Bean.
Like
Oh,
a
bean.
see, like a legu. Yes.
Like a Lego.
So it's like this with the waving of the head.
Bean,
But
potato,
the
nice to
thought.
meet you. You want to? Here, you pick.
Yes.
Can you do a quote with my MD puppet?
Tell me what to say and I'll do it. Give me the puppet.
Still just a puppet, aren't you? Full Metal, like from the movie? Right, we saw it.
Just the puppet, aren't you?
Still just a puppet, aren't you, Full Metal? My favorite one. Oh, well, I'm really more of a pacifist myself.
Nice job, Wendy.
Thank you. I love that one.
We love you, Wendy.
So I've got the DVDs sitting on my shelf ready to watch.
It's a good show, it is.
What would you recommend to get started in voice acting? Like, what kind of stuff do you just do like right now?
Oh, honey.
Well,
What
first,
kind of stuff do I do right now is not the answer to your question.
first you probably need to be in Texas. If
Well-
you're just starting out, if you want to work with Funimation specifically, is that kind of what you're?
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to work with Funimation, most likely have to be in that area because if you think about the out-of-towners, they're people that have already been with us for a long time.
That's true.
But
But this, almost everyone started with some sort of theater background. Right? That's what your degree was in, right? Actually, I have a funny story to tell you. I was in a play. We were in a little competition.